let's make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go, 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 go!
Six!
It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Nissan. Drive the newly redesigned 2026 Nissan Sentra SV for just $299 a month. A stylish sedan with impressive tech, comfort, and value, all at a price that is hard to beat. Start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, and a lot of people already there this morning leaving their comments. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comment section. You can always call the show at 515-517-2303. And, of course, follow us on our social media channels. Good morning, Ross Peterson.
What's up, buddy?
I tell you what, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I've got a serious problem. I have got a serious problem in my choice of viewing movies. I was up till like 11 o'clock last night, which is late for me. I am so into hired assassin movies, I can't stop watching them. I watched two last night. I watched, and I was on Amazon Prime. I watched one called Anna, which is about a Russian KGB that that kills people, and then it popped up A Working Man. Are you a Jason Statham fan? I could watch him kick ass all day long. My wife's like, "What are you doing? These are stupid movies." I go, "I know, but I could just watch Jason Statham kick ass all day long." What's wrong with me?
We could get into that.
I think we should. I think we really should. I think I'm John Cusack, who fits a certain psychological profile and deep down wanted to be a hired killer.
Jason, let's start with Jason Statham. Maybe we can get to the genre part of it. He's one of those guys that like every Jason Statham movie is the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a Liam Neeson thing, but have you ever seen the Liam Neeson does improv with Ricky Gervais?
No.
Oh, dude. It's fantastic. Because Liam Neeson comes in and he's like, "I'd like to do some improv. Some comedic improv." And he's like, "Okay, somebody give us a scene." And Vern Troyer's there, and Vern Troyer's like, "All right, Ricky, you're a doctor. Liam, you're a hypochondriac." Okay, here we go. And Ricky Gervais goes, "Oh, you again?" He goes, "We never agreed to that part of the storyline. I've never met you before. What are you saying?" Like, "Oh, I thought since you were a hypochondriac and I was a doctor, you'd been here before." "Don't change the story on me. We're going to stick with the script." And he's like, "Okay, all right. Oh, nice to meet you. How are you?" And he goes, "I'm riddled with AIDS." It's like, can we pick something a little lighter? They're all the same. So Jason Statham, all the same. I honestly can't tell you a Jason Statham movie.
I don't know if I know the names of the movies, but you're right. They're all the same. But there's something.
I want to see. I hope they're all like similar sounding.
There's like there's like a 1, 2, and 3. I forget what it's called. It's I forget, but I could watch Jason Statham kick ass every single night.
The Working Man?
Yeah, The Working Man is what I watched last night.
The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper, which is basically the same movie.
There's Meg and Meg 2. He's in a bunch of the Fast and the Furious movies. That's another good one, too. You ever seen the comedian Dan Soder? He's like, you ever meet somebody with just the right level of dumb? You know, like, you ever meet somebody that they're in a room and they see a Fast and Furious trailer and they go, "They're going faster?"
That's the one Jay hit it. The Transporter. I think there was like Transporter 1, 2, and 3.
There's Spy. There's Wild Cards. There's Expendables 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There's Hummingbird. Every one of them's the same. Safe, Killer Elite, Blitz, Parker, Mechanic, Crank. Let's see. The Bank Job. Oh, he was in the Pink Panther. That must have been a little bit of a different role for him. Yeah. Nah, I'm all right.
But what is it about the genre that I'm attracted to?
I have no idea. Do you like oh, I know you do. Oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm gonna start a fight with you.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
I was gonna say, are you a fan of mobster movies?
It's interesting. Yes and no. There are some that I like. Like, I'm not into Goodfellas like everybody is,
Okay.
but I love The Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I love Peaky Blinders, which is a different type of mob movie, but not traditional organized crime.
Like Sopranos?
I did not. I was not a Sopranos guy, and I didn't. Casino was okay. It's not one of those that I have to watch all the time. So it's weird the type of mobster movies that I'm attracted to.
Okay, so maybe Trav, because because in Jason Statham movies, he's usually the good guy.
Yeah.
In the mobster movies, they're the bad guy that they're trying to convince you that the evil lives inside of you too. You're just like Tony Soprano. You speak with a stupid accent also. The mobster movie genre and the love that people have for romanticizing dudes that were nothing but thieves, guys that were nothing, that mobsters were, that's all they were. They were thieves. They were thugs. And the fact that we in any way want to like make that something that it wasn't. Oh, these guys, they were so cool. No, they were shitheads. They were absolute dirtballs that ruined communities, that wrecked small businesses, that threatened people and stole from them. And this thing that people are like, oh man, mobsters. You're supposed to look inside. No, they were evil. They were nasty, evil, awful people that didn't know how to make a good living, an honest living, and so they stole from the people that did. So I thought, because I knew that you were a what's the one that's so famous? My God, what's the mobster movie that has the De Niro and all the people in it?
That's The Godfather. Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah, Godfather. Never cared for it. Never cared for him. Always thought those movies were kind of slow.
Oh, they're slow and long.
The characters were ridiculous. I saw a Sopranos thing the other day because I love it when people pretend to be like, oh, that's such fine acting. There's a clip of Sopranos. I never watched the show. It showed up in my scroll the other day. These two mobsters drive a golf cart out onto a golf course and threaten a doctor. They're just trying to give him a 3-wood. I got a 3-wood for you. Yeah, take the 3-wood. And the doctor's all... It's horrible acting. You watch it, you're like, this looks like a high school play. So I sent it to some of my friends that do that. Oh, that's fine acting. And I said, you guys would all claim that this show is like award-winning, amazing, can't miss, fantastic. Watch this and tell me that this is good acting. Some of them were like, oh yeah, you just don't understand it. It's fantastic. Luckily, Sipker was like, you nailed it. You nailed it. This is shit. He's like, there's more to it than that. There's, the show's fantastic. You should watch it. There is cool character development. There is some neat stuff. This is shit. So anyway, didn't realize it was Horrible Take Tuesday. Johnny, I ain't even got started yet, brother. I'm just getting warmed up, dude.
Then I went down another rabbit hole. Of course, we play a clip from Tropic Thunder to start the show every day. And Danny McBride is hilarious to me. I went down a Danny McBride rabbit hole yesterday. and I didn't know this. He was on the Conan podcast, and Conan talked about the first time they ever met. And I didn't know this existed because I didn't watch Conan's show back then. But it was when Foot Fist Way came out. Nobody knew who Danny McBride was, right?
Oh, Foot Fist Way's the weird karate.
Yes.
He's like,
yes.
Oh,
so and Conan didn't know who Danny McBride was. And Will Ferrell called him up and said, hey, I just picked up this movie that I saw at Sundance. And you've got to have Danny McBride on your show. And Conan's like, well, who is this guy? I don't know. He goes, this movie's hilarious. You got to see it. So Danny McBride, an unknown, goes on the Conan show, but he goes as the dojo guy. And he played the character, and he worked it out with Conan. And Will Ferrell's on the show with him. And the audience hated it. Because they didn't know they didn't know that he was Danny McBride. They just thought it was this guy coming in from Carolina to talk about his dojo. And they did these karate things where they're breaking wood, which is clearly styrofoam. And then he starts treating the kids like crap. Like, he just and starts picking on Conan, and it's out. You can find it on YouTube. Just do Foot Fist Way Conan, and it's like, oh, this is classic Danny McBride. At one point, Danny McBride goes, "What's Will Ferrell over there laughing for? What are you laughing at, man?" It's just because Will Ferrell just knows what's going on, and he could not do that today because everybody knows who Danny McBride is. But at this time, just played it off.
Is it anyway? And obviously, the Peyton Manning thing on SNL was like so obvious. I mean, it was on SNL, and so you knew it was supposed to. But do you remember Peyton Manning in the United Way commercial?
When he kept drilling the kids?
Just popping kids.
Which is the best SNL, short. I know Adam Sandberg did a lot of good ones. That was just the best. Andy Sandberg. Yeah, sorry. I combined him with that.
Was that considered a short? Is that what that would be considered?
Yeah,
because
that would
it's
have
really
been
filmed outside of the.
Because it was pre-produced outside the live thing. So yeah, but I was up to. My wife looks at me. She goes, "You're still up?" I go, "I can't stop watching. Can't stop watching."
A Jason Statham movie.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I watch documentaries. It's about all I watch. There's a couple shows. Audrey and I are going through Scrubs right now. Yeah, I just don't. I'm too stupid to. I can't do the thing. Suspend belief or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
See, that's the opposite of stupid. You should be looking at me going, Travis, why do you try to dumb down your life?
Look at how many people enjoy The Sopranos. Look at how many people enjoy mobster movies. And I can't. So, trust me, it's a me problem. It's a me problem. Yeah.
Maybe I'm
too busy watching the latest Iran Lego videos. The greatest propaganda of all time. It's propaganda, but it's bangers, dude. Your government is run by pedophiles.
Yeah, see, that just brings me down during the day. So I don't even. You're like, have you seen this? I'm like, no. And then you show it to me. I'm like,
it's wild. We live in the weirdest world, dude. We live in the weirdest time. Did you see the DoorDash lady deliver McDonald's to the president the other day, and he opened the door with the gold cladding around it?
He's big into gold.
We had a grandma doing DoorDash to pay for her husband's cancer treatments. It's like a picture from Rome Has Fallen or is falling. Something. It is wild. The juxtaposition of here's this old lady who has to DoorDash to make money for her husband's cancer treatment, going to the White House with McDonald's, and the president opens the doors with gold cladding around it and gold in the background. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
And by the way, can you just drive up to the White House and drop off McDonald's? I mean, how many security checks did this woman have to go through just to be able to deliver?
When you're part of a bit, you can. Yeah. When you're a stage prop, you absolutely can.
And for the record, anybody who does anything with a president at any time is a stage prop.
It's a prop. You're a prop. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, that was my viewing last night. You watched educational stuff, tried to become more learned on society. I sit there and fantasize about myself as a trained killer.
I went and had I made chicken Alfredo last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you use the Alfredo sauce out of a jar? Did you make the Alfredo
I made
sauce?
it my own. Made my own.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Onion, garlic, heavy whipping cream, lots of Parmesan cheese.
Look at you.
Yeah. Made it from scratch. It was fantastic.
Do you feel accomplished when you do something like that? I mean, do you sit down at the table and go, kids, look what your dad did today?
Dude, kids weren't even with me. They bailed on me.
Eli
had dinner with his girlfriend, and then I ran up to the store to get the stuff, and I'm coming back around the corner, and here Audrey is walking out of Papa John's with the neighbor kid. I'm like, I'm making dinner. Oh, can I have pizza? Yeah. So I went out and had made chicken Alfredo with my dad.
So did you? What kind of noodle do you use? Were you a fettuccine guy last night? A spaghetti?
No,
penne?
that you're gonna be. Yeah, I did a penne.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I like
right. All
penne,
right.
but
whatever, however it's pronounced.
Yeah.
The one
niche. It doesn't matter.
The straw noodle. That's what I did. Yeah, so it was fun. It was good. But I didn't watch anything last night. Came home and then watched Scrubs. So you were more learned than me.
No, I don't think I really was. Got a big day today at the Justice household. So, I wouldn't say my neighbor and I are in a pissing match, but, I've been asking her to cut down a walnut tree that's half in my yard for a long, long time. So finally, Anjanette and I are out digging. My wife got into, I don't know what she got into about 20 years ago when we moved in this house, but we buried cut the bottom out of a trash can, buried it, and we threw dog shit in there, right? So it would decompose, and then it would have fertilizer. Well, it's been buried for 20 years, so she finally wants to get it out. Well, I had to kind of get it out. Neighbor comes up, she goes, hey, I think I'm ready to cut down the tree. I'm like, okay. Here's a tree guy. Give him a call. Dude shows up like 5 minutes later. He goes, I'll be here at noon tomorrow to cut it down. I'm like, what? You're going to cut it down tomorrow? I go, take the stump out too? Yeah, we'll take the stump out. I'm like, okay.
Was she asking you to pay for half it?
No, she's paying for it all.
Okay.
But I'm paying for the fence, right? I'm going to pay for the fence to go up.
Okay.
Which is a lot more than taking the tree down.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
6-foot privacy fence?
You need about, what, 40 feet of it?
Oh, well, I've got a couple gates. We're going to extend it a little bit. So it's more than 40 feet. It's probably closer to 70 feet.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Oh, you're going all the way down to the corner, to the yard?
Yeah.
The end of the yard?
Yeah. Into the yard. Yeah.
Dude, wow. Because tree cutting is crazy expensive.
I think he's doing the tree and the stump for $2,500.
Yeah, your fence is going to be more expensive than that.
Yeah, the fence is going to be a lot more expensive than the tree.
Good for you. Well, good for nice.
But yeah, so
you feel like will you feel like you have your backyard back again? Because right now your backyard is essentially there's no separation between you and your neighbor.
But I'm kind of getting used to the openness, right? It's like she's rarely home, so I'm like, it's kind of nice to have kind of an open backyard, even though it goes into somebody else's yard. But it's like getting used to this wide open. And I said, do we want to? I said, do you want to put a fence up? She goes, yeah. But she goes, I guess we could put a community pool back here. Like this started on the.
There you go.
Yeah, let's put a pool in.
Go from not liking your neighbors to sunbathing with them.
We've always gotten along. It's just this tree's been a bane of my existence. If you have a black walnut tree that just drops walnuts all over your patio and stuff, they're dirty trees. But yeah, that's going to come out today at noon. He goes, I'll be here at noon. I go, how long is it going to take? He goes, about 2 hours. I said, okay. But, I've got that shed back there, and Owen was going to take it apart. And I go, well, I got to get this shed out of here. He goes, skid loader. I'm like, you're just going to tear down he goes, I'll just take it and throw it away. I'm like, okay, so we got everything out
Even
of there
better.
last night. Yeah. So I'll that'd be nice. I'm going to debate whether I have to replace some concrete or not. I should, but I don't know if I want to put that kind of work into it. I'm like, we'll just put the fence up. And
You should have known that I was out in Pleasant Hill last night because I sent you a photo of I won East Side Bingo yesterday. I was driving from the fairway from the freeway to the fairgrounds and saw an adult on a bike wearing blue jeans and a backpack.
But it was a kid's bike too, right? You're like,
Yeah, it's an adult on a kid's bike wearing a backpack. That's the rules. And he was wearing blue jeans, so it's like a blackout bingo. You get all of them.
You're like the German officer in Inglourious Bastards. That's a bingo.
I loved it.
Is that the only thing you saw?
That's fine. I mean, yeah.
I look forward to those because you're right. You're like, par for the course. Par for the course. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to hear from Gary Presnall. Gary's, of course, been with the Rush Radio Show for a long time, and we're going to go through the top 5 things you need to know before you get you get pre-approved. We talk about getting pre-approved and how important that is. But spring is here, Ross. The housing market's heating up. You're a busy guy.
I'll be showing duplex this afternoon. Yep, I got a buyer that wants to look at like multiplexes. So that's been kind of a fun new thing for me. So yeah, we'll talk to Gary.
Do you have a lot of investors come to you? Because
I don't have a lot.
Say it.
Okay.
Say it.
It's not my favorite thing. I hate greed. I'm not saying that investors are greedy. Here, I want to be careful here. There's a very important role for people to be able to buy that can't buy homes, that want to rent homes. Those mortgages have to be carried by somebody. I don't have any problem with people that look at that and go, all right, I've done well for myself. I can invest in a property and I can build a portfolio and do this. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are these corporations that own they don't call themselves corporations. They call themselves LLCs that own hundreds or dozens and dozens and dozens of properties. And then they are buying up those first-time home buyer properties quickly because they're good rentals and chasing out the people that are first-time home buyers. It's hard. Gary and I have worked with kids like this. Now, Gary, is the financing guy, and I'm the one that's out chasing the houses with the people, but we're both involved in it in some way. It's hard right now to help a first-time home buyer because housing prices are high. But on top of that, the market, it's not a traditional market for a first-time home buyer. You're not just competing with other first-time home buyers who are just coming into the market for the first time. You're now in this pool with some sharks, with people with a lot more money than you that can afford to take a lot more risk than you. And then they do it. And then what would have been a $1,200 mortgage payment for a first-time home buyer now turns into $1,800 rent. That's not good for a buyer. And we have a lot of people we have a lot of those in town right now. And Travis, this is I do this often. I am a Jerry Maguire in my office. I'm constantly the one that's like, why are we charging so much money? Well, I thought we were doing this to help people. I thought we were supposed to be fiduciaries for people. How can you juxtapose being a fiduciary and doing all of this stuff? And there's a lot of times, and I shouldn't say in my office because at Agency Iowa for the most part, what Mark built was kind of built on that model of like, oh man, this is expensive for people. We can do things a little bit differently and make it less expensive for people. But in the industry, I hear it a lot and I see it a lot. And when we hire new agents, they come in. Sometimes it takes a while for me to be like, oh yeah, okay. So anyway, that's not a popular opinion at all. It doesn't make me popular with the other realtors. It doesn't make me popular, but most of the things I do don't make me popular with the other realtors. Like when I talk about how a lot of it's a scam. But
Well, because I was going to ask you, Owen's getting ready to buy his first house.
oh, nice.
But it's going to be a rental because him and Lizzie own a house already. And he's like, I think I'm going to buy a house and I'm going to rent it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I think he understands, real estate doesn't depreciate, right? It's a good investment. So it'll be
It's a good investment. I'd caution on the it never depreciates thing.
Well,
people in Flint, Michigan would tell you can get caught holding the bag.
True. I would say Des Moines and Omaha aren't Flint, Michigan. But
You're right. You're right. I'm just trying to state fact. When people say, real estate always goes up in value. Yeah, until it doesn't.
515-517-2303 is the number to call.
See, I say things like this and people are like, oh my God, Ross is so doom and gloom. I'm not. I'm a really happy guy. I really am. I'm fun to be around. But I am just going to remind you of all the nasty that's happening around us, too.
Hey, the Iowa Lottery Lounge is back at the 2026 Des Moines Art Festival. You can be spending a day in the shade, enjoying music, exploring juried art fair with work from 190 professional artists, and have an opportunity to take home your favorite pieces with $1,000 in art bucks plus food and refreshments. All this and more could be yours in the Prize Zone promotion from the Iowa Lottery. Cash payout scratch tickets started hitting retailers in early April, so now you can be sure to save your non-winning tickets, get them entered into your VIP club account through June 2nd. From the Iowa Lottery, sign up to be a VIP at iowalottery.com/VIP. Gary Presnell joins us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job-ionaire, a front row tickets to every show-yonaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie-yonaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles-yonaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name is Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Todd Lee, sales and leasing consultant here at Willis Cadillac. Spring is here and flowers are in bloom. And by flowers, we mean our amazing inventory of Cadillac CT5s and XT5s. And with interest rates as low as 2.9%, now's a great time to stop in Willis Cadillac and pick one up. From sedans to SUVs, Willis has what you're looking for. Stop out and see us or visit us online at williscadillac.com.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, Don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
If you and your partner have decided your family is complete, it may be time to consider a vasectomy. At Urology Center of Iowa, they offer a no-scalpel procedure that is minimally invasive and performed by experienced specialists. Their team focuses on men's health every single day, providing clear answers and personalized care so you can make an informed decision. The procedure is just straightforward, convenient, and done right there in the metro area. If you're ready to learn more about your options, the Urology Center of Iowa team is there to help. Visit iowauro.com and click Schedule an Appointment. At Urology Center of Iowa, we see you. Ross, most famous cat in the city of Des Moines. What do you think it is? What do you think the most famous cat is?
Norm.
Norm.
By far, Norm.
Gary Presnell joins us. Gary, did you ever think when you signed up to sponsor the show that your cat would be the most popular thing this show has to offer right now? Norm's a popular cat.
You never underestimate Norm. He's quite a cat. But no, I came up with that idea, and I thought, you know what, this may play pretty well, and of course, people don't really remember my commercials or what I say, but they remember Norm.
Hey, it all counts. It all counts.
We remember what you say, though, because in the commercial it says it takes 30 minutes to get pre-approved. And so Travis was asking me the other day, he's like, hey, when people go to call Gary, what all do they have to get that pre-approval done in 30 minutes? I said, oh, there's a couple of things. I mean, to make the process easiest, not just reach out to Gary without any of these things. If you're able to have a few things, right? It's going to help that pre-approval process go faster. So when you send that link to somebody, Gary, what's your instructions to them, or what do you tell them to have at the ready?
Yeah, majority of the time, Ross, I like to take my pre-approvals over the phone, or preferably in front of people. But I like to take them myself versus using my link, because I know specifically what I want to ask them. But really, what they want to have available, of course, is they want to know their social security number. A lot of young people don't have that memorized, and need years of residency, 2 years of employment history, and really got to understand how you're paid. Are you hourly? Are you salary? Are you 1099? Basically self-employed. You need to have that information. I always want to know what they're comfortable with as far as a payment, and then maybe stretching that. What would they be willing to look at if they had to stretch that payment? What amount that might be. And I would always ask what their availability for down payment is. Are they going to use their own funds? Are they going to get a gift from a relative? Do they not have any of those sources? Do they need to get a grant? We have first-time buyer programs. We're the preferred lender for IFA, which is Iowa Financing Authority, which is a nonprofit organization that gives 5% down payment to borrowers. Certain criteria have to be met. You have to have a 640 credit score, but it's a second mortgage against the house, but there's no payment involved. The only caveat to that is that once you sell the house, that 5% has to be paid back. But it's a great way for people without any sources of down payment to be able to put a down payment down and use government.
The gift for a down payment, does that have to come from a family member?
Technically, yes. It needs to be a cousin, grandpa, grandma, aunt, uncle. Yeah, technically that's the right answer.
Okay.
So the grant. I want to go back to there. So is that technically a lien against the house right away? So when you close on the house, there's already a lien on the house, then, right?
Second mortgage, and it's and again, no payment required, but it's got to be paid off it's got to be paid back once the borrower sells the house.
So weird question, Gary, and I'm just thinking out loud. Let's say you get that first time house and you want to do some improvements, and you've been in there like 6-7 years, and you've built a little bit of equity up. Can you still continue to take another home equity loan to do improvements? Can you have a third mortgage? I'm just curious on how that works.
Yeah, I don't think so, Travis. Us being a bank, we're certainly not going to be in third lien position on a house. It's bad enough being in second lien position, but we're going to be we're going to say no to that. I can't imagine any lending institution that would do that. But good question. Good question.
How often, Gary, do people come to you and kind of ask you to do the math, the reverse math? They come to you and say, I'd really like my payment to be under $1,500.
Yeah, often.
That's often.
Really, that's what people should look at is their payment. A lot of times they're out asking, okay, what's your interest rate? Well, okay, that's relative. If the payment doesn't fit you and you're not comfortable with the payment, then the rate really doesn't really, the rate's irrelevant at that point. But yeah, it comes down to payment. People are asking for payments and they want you to figure, okay, now here's the payment, and then what's the price of the home that I can afford or that meets that payment target.
With VA loans, what are some of the, they're not very much different, but there are a few other things with a VA loan. Can you explain what those are?
Yeah, VA is 100% financing, and it's for veterans that have served at least 6 years in the military or 90 days active military, or active duty, I should say. So if you meet any of those criteria, then you're eligible for a VA loan. Yeah, this is the product. I do a lot of VA loans.
Is the market hot right now?
I think Ross, it just depends. It depends.
Gary and I talk about this a lot. It's been weird, Trav. It's been weird.
This week has started off really, it's been good, but the end of the week could totally reverse. And
it's wild.
I think people pay really close attention to the war that's going on. The war has caused interest rates to go up, as Ross can attest. And of course, people are driven by the news and interest rates and what it's going to do. And so right now, things are pretty good. As far as at least the first start of this week and the end of last week, the end of this week, who knows?
It's so weird, Travis, when people say things like, is now a good time to buy or sell a home?
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, this is not the realtor in me talking and saying, yeah, you should do that because I need a commission check. No, yeah, if it's right for you, now's the right time to do it. Gary's right. The interest rate, I feel like it's important. It's very important. It's going to impact your payment and how much that is. That's something that's going to change. You really need to focus on what you're able to afford or comfortable with as far as a house payment, because there have been times when people don't go that far or that way, and then they get a little bit shocked. They're like, "Oh, my payment's going to be that much." Yeah, you're buying a $300,000 house with 5% down. It's going to be a little expensive.
Yeah, I'm gone up too, so that's affecting people's payments, and of course taxes never go down either.
So true. I'm sure you get somebody. What payment do you want to be? $1,500. Okay, your house is $400,000, so you need about 50% down. It's not something's got to give here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the activity's been better, but I think our president wants to see the rates under 5%, and him being a real estate guy, I think he's going to do everything he can because he knows how much interest rates affect the housing market, and housing is a huge part of our industry and how our economy runs. So I think I have confidence that he'll.
Hey, a couple things we should share. Frank, who is a veteran, said check the community you moved to as a veteran or active military. Home base Iowa communities give you money to move to them. That's a really cool one. That's a program. Frank's helped me out with a lot of the VA stuff.
Yeah. So there's all through IFA. There's a military grant of $5,000 that the veteran can get That's a nice additive. Right now, those military funds are depleted, and through the year, those funds have to be reappropriated. So through this legislative session this year, they'll fund that. They'll fund that again, and we'll be able to have that $5,000 military grant again.
This is one I hear a lot. Austin says we're stuck in our house. We financed when it was under 3%, and I talk to a lot of folks that are in that boat where they're like, we were looking at other houses, and then we saw our interest rates 2.8, and I just close my little book and I go, all right, now's not the time for you to be leaving.
Yeah, my idea, and I should probably call Trump on this. And but with VA and FHA, you have assumable loans. I think you should be able to do assumable conventional loans. That would help people that are in the 3 and 4% rates to be able to maybe move out of that. And then you've got a lot of those first-time buyers and people that are willing to move up. They can assume those 3 and 4% interest rate.
That's a really good one like that.
I'm at 2.8% over, and I got a 15-year loan. And, I got to a point once kids got out of the house, I could afford a 15-year loan. But, man, you watched that loan go down quick. I'm like, this is best thing I ever did was refinance and get into a 15-year loan. I got like 6 years left on my house. It'll be paid off. It'll be a beautiful thing.
Compound interest is an amazing thing.
That helps you learn quickly of how much a 30-year and a 15-year will cost you.
Gary, somebody put a comment in about how insurance has kind of screwed up some things for them lately. Have you run into deals where insurance has been a problem?
There's a lot of insurance companies that have left the state.
Oh, wow.
Duratio. And of course, just the natural tornadoes that we have in Iowa, but Duratio was one of the big ones. And so we've had 7 or 8 carriers that I know of that have left the state, which, you get less competition and it drives up the price. So, I've seen insurance go from, you used to be able to get insurance for like $75 a month on a $250,000 house. Now it's more than doubled that now.
That's crazy. And hell, my insurance agent, even with a freak flood that I have here, threatened to drop me. I'm like, I had one claim in 30 years. What are you doing? And they're getting me big time. But that's a market that's ripe for disruption. I don't know how you do it. Because obviously the bank wants to be protected. I get that, but you almost need like a catastrophic insurance and just have like an insurance savings account, like an HSA for your home, and just say, the last roof I put on, I just paid for myself because it was like, screw it.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
These insurance companies are even looking a lot closer. Different loan programs will look at roofs more closely, like FHA. But even now, these insurance companies are looking at really reasons to either drive up the price of your insurance or not insure you at all. So we're kind of a tough spot right now with insurance.
All right,
Should we
Gary.
Wait, hold on before we let him go. Let's talk UNI a little bit, because you're a big Panther backer. You're a big Hawkeye fan. You're a big sports guy. You were a UNI Panther baseball player. What'd you think about Mac moving on?
I'm a little surprised he didn't do it sooner. I think you guys talked about it, but the Missouri Valley has not done themselves any favors.
Yeah.
By at least bringing in some additional good teams. But Jake's time of life, and his kids are out of the house, and I think he'll do extremely well out there. I think he's got a lot more NIL money to work with, and we'll miss him. I think he's been Panthers coach for 20 years, but I think it's a great thing for him, and he's a class act. I've enjoyed getting to know him over the years, and we're going to miss him.
Yeah, class act's the right way to put it for Ben. He's a Been a good guy. I think we're all in the same boat with it. Wish him luck. And how you feel about Green as the new man?
He's a good guy. He used to be at Cedar Falls.
Yeah.
Cedar Falls High School, and I'm not surprised that he's the guy that they brought back. I think he'll do extremely well there. He went off to Iowa State for a few years, but him being the coach, I think they'll have great success there, and I think he wants to stick around for a long time.
All right, Gary, the best way to get a hold of Gary is give him a call at 515-975-6767. That's 515-975-6767. It's good. It's going to be a good start your buying journey today. Get pre-approved today, then call Ross Peterson, and they'll get to work.
We'll go
you.
see some houses. Go see some houses tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Gary.
Talk to you soon,
it.
buddy.
Always good catching up.
Okay.
Gary Presnall from Northwest Bank. Lots of information. Come with you. Does that surprise you? People don't know their Social Security number?
Yeah. When he said that, he's like, sometimes young people show up, they don't know their Social Security number.
I mean, I don't have a Social Security card anymore. I got lost, but I remember, and you don't really need the card anymore. But I know my Social Security number more than I know my old phone number.
I know other people's Social Security numbers.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's in there. It's in there.
Yeah. I
know. I think I do. I think I can still pull off my brother's Social Security number, but I had to have that one because I used his ID as a fake ID for years.
It had to be a fake ID.
And they would quiz you.
Fake ID.
They would quiz you. They would be like, all right, because my brother's like 6'1", 185, and here I would walk in and I look like I'm 11.
You're 6 foot 135. You lost a lot of weight, Brad.
Have I told you the only time that they caught me? What the guy did? Because I knew every bit of information on there. So when they asked it, I knew it right at the top of my head. I could rattle it off. And one time, this lady looks at me and she looks down at the ID. And she slides a piece of paper and pen across the counter and she says, "Do your signature for me."
Oh, you hadn't mastered the signature.
I said, "I broke my hand and I have to write with my left hand right now."
That didn't fly.
See, my brother writes the American Express traveler's checks on the lid of the glove compartment. So I like to be out there while he writes the...
By the way, you just dropped a reference. There's a lot of people who have no idea what you're talking about. You drive, and I remember going on vacation. My mom would go to the bank and get the American Express traveler's checks. I'm like, what are we doing here? Do they still do American Express traveler's checks? Can you buy American Express traveler's checks still?
No. Listen, Austin's got a good one too. This is another one that would get me. And I do, Austin, good call. Instead of asking your birthday, what's your astrological sign? I have no idea what my brother's astrological sign is.
Do you know what yours is?
I'm a cusp. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, you're right, because I'm a cusp too. I'm on the last day of Virgo.
That's funny.
So I'm on the last day of Virgo. I don't know what's after Virgo. I just know I'm a Virgo by the month, but I'm on the cusp. So I don't know what follows Virgo.
So sometimes if I look at one, I'm a Cancer, and in some of them I'm a Gemini. I'm both. I'm a Cancer and a Gemini. I think I'm more Gemini. I don't know. I don't know. I've never looked into it or wouldn't know what it is. I just remember whenever I would tell people my birthday and they'd look it up, it was always two different things. And I could never, because, the first time you hear it, you're like, oh, you're a Gemini. You're like, oh, okay. Well, then the next time somebody asks you, they look at their thing and they go, oh, you're a Cancer. Like, no, man, the last guy told me I was a Gemini. Well, it turns out my date goes back and forth. Whatever. That's why I'm so weird.
It's that cusp. It's the cusp.
Yeah, I got all the personalities. And then Gemini is having two personalities anyway, right? That's why it's twins.
Yeah.
So I have three. You wonder why I'm so crazy. You wonder why I act the way I do. I have three freaking voices in my head, man. And none of them are me.
He's not lying, folks. He's not lying.
I'm the guy that has to listen to the three voices.
I know you didn't watch any of this last night, but I think it's worth mentioning. The WNBA draft was last night. And the storyline that came out of the WNBA draft, Ross, and this is impressive. UCLA, your national champions, had 5 first-round picks. That's the most in WNBA history. And the number 1 pick in the second round was a UCLA player. So they had 6 players taken over 3 rounds. The 5 first-round picks, the most in WNBA history. The 6 overall picks in the WNBA draft, the most in WNBA history. If that would have happened and they didn't win the national championship, we all would have been like, what was wrong with this team if you had 5 first-round picks and didn't win the national championship? That's pretty impressive. What's crazy is the turnaround time. These women that were drafted last night, the preseason starts in a week from Saturday. So they've got a week and a half to get ready for their preseason games, and the regular season starts in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. There's not much time to go from college to pros. And that's a lot of playing time. We talked about that with Caitlin Clark when she first went in. Hannah Stolke, from a local standpoint, was on a lot of draft boards in the second and third round. She did not go drafted at all, so she went undrafted. No Iowa State players drafted, no Drake players drafted, no UNI players drafted. I don't think that says much. She'll get, Hannah Stolke might get an opportunity, but even some of these people who are drafted in the first round may not even make a team. We've talked about just because you only have, 14 teams, there's only so many roster spots. You could be drafted in the first round and still not find a place to play. The Fever, I believe, this was interesting, took a point guard from South Carolina in the first round. I'm like, do you not want Caitlin Clark to play point guard? Do you want to move her to a 2? Because she's much better as she's a dynamic scorer, but I love to watch Caitlin Clark distribute the basketball. That's what I like watching her do the most. But I just think in the WNBA, just watching the draft, you take the best players available. It's not like, hey, I need a center, I need a 4, I need a 3. It's like, let's just take the best athlete and we'll make it work. So, but yeah, UCLA 5 first-round picks and then 6 overall. No Iowa players taken. Hey, Eli's down at Sec Taylor, right?
Yeah, he's a bat boy for the I-Cubs this year.
Question, they've got the nets up, right, to protect fans. Are there nets in front of the dugout?
No, but there are nets in front of the bullpen. So they just pulled the bullpen back into the grandstands now at Principal Park. They've cut out a few sections of box seats, and now the bullpen, as you walk along the concourse, you walk right over above the bullpen, a few feet from it. But you understand what I'm saying there? So they've cut the bullpens into the grandstands, and there are nets that go in front of the bullpen, but not the dugout. No.
Well, last night in the Orioles game, the manager was standing, on the corner. He took a shot to the face.
Man.
Took a direct, he had little time to react. And, he took it right to the face. You could see him go into the clubhouse, came back, and he basically had the ball print on his cheek.
Did he really?
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that.
They do a close-up of him, and you can see the roundness of the ball. I was kind of anti-net when it started because that's just what I'm doing. It's just like, oh, you're going to put nets up? That's part of baseball. You're going to get hit in the crowd. You get a chance to get a foul ball. I get the importance of it, but it's like, just pay attention during the game if you're going to sit that close.
It's funny. When I was there last Friday, I was sitting up with Tommy up in the press box, and I thought about it. I thought, oh, the nets have never been an issue. I was with you, Travis. They first put it up like, that's not baseball. You're going to not be able to see. You can totally see. Your eyes go right past the net. You never see the net. It's a great thing. It was wonderful. It was a great idea for him to do it.
I guess my question is, should they put it in front of the dugout?
No. You got to have that open. I mean, you got 9 guys going in and out of there every 15 minutes. I think that I don't know. If they put one up and there was a door, it wouldn't mean the end of the world. It wouldn't be anything bad, but no, I'm okay with it. This happens pretty rarely.
That's true. But it was, and the other thing happening in baseball right now, what's the universal sign for, hey, I want the ABS system to check the balls and strikes?
Tap the top of the head.
Yeah. Well, do you see what's happening now?
No.
Since helmets have been in Major League Baseball, what do batters do after a pitch? They adjust their helmet. There's been an increase of false challenges because just natural reflex, and then you go like this, and they've recorded like almost 10 now where the guy's like, no, I didn't want the challenge. Too late.
Oh, come on.
No, and they're saying it. Yeah, they're saying it's right away because as soon as they go, it takes them about another 2 seconds to decide, oh, crap, I just called a challenge. I didn't mean to. And they're like, nope, it's too late.
That's stupid. This is an easy fix. This is the umpires this is the umpires grinding an axe. No. You said it. All right, let's check it. No, it turns out I was right. No, that's the umpires grinding an axe. That's a stupid thing. If the umpire steps out, because the umpire steps out and says the batter is challenging the call, if that batter goes, no, I'm not, no. And that's easy to go, never mind, cancel the challenge. All right, here we go. Pitch.
And there was a case with Shohei Ohtani that was crazy. It was the first pitch of the game, and Ohtani threw a low ball, and he went back and he adjusted his cap. Well, his catcher thought he wanted him to challenge, so the catcher went like this.
See, now that's a different situation. That is a miscommunication between players. That's a challenge. That's the pitcher. That's the catcher officially going, okay, yeah. He wants the challenge. Now, again, if in that moment the umpire turns around and says the pitcher is challenging the pitch, and somehow Ohtani is able to be like, no, I don't want to waste a challenge on that. Feel like
everybody's looking around going, that was the first pitch of the game and we're challenging it already? Yeah. And I would say it's really bad communication because Ohtani didn't do this. All he did was adjust it back here.
Yeah. The catcher saw it different.
Yeah.
Huh? Wow, that's interesting. I hadn't heard about that. I think it's so cool, Trav. I love it.
I'm with you, but I don't want. You're right. I never thought about the axe to grind. Like, hey, if you want a computer doing my job, I'm going to hold you to it. Should it be should it be this or should it be a verbal cue? Because challenge. That to me,
that could be. That might be the way to do it, Trav, because the umpire is the one that stops the game. This doesn't do anything. This signals to the umpire the same way you saying, "Hey, can I challenge that?"
Yeah.
And maybe the signal thing could be something between the teams. If Shohei Ohtani does, that, the catcher knows, oh shoot, he wants to challenge that one. Interesting. Hadn't seen that play out like that.
Yeah, Berger says unintended consequences. Well, and this is what happens when you launch something new. Because last year we didn't get to see it. They only did it in spring training. Now you're in the games getting played every day where players adjust their helmets, they adjust their hats. So something was bound to happen, but it should be an easy fix. And it's almost like, are you sure you want to challenge? Right? If you go like this, maybe it's verbal confirmation. Go, you want to challenge? All you have to do is say, yeah, or say, no, I was just adjusting my hat, or yes, I wanted a challenge there. Instead of just going, up, challenge, go. And we're not going to listen to you after that.
Yeah, I've loved it so far. I think it's been really cool.
I like it. Because it's not overused. You get 2 challenges, that's it. 515-517-2303. If you're looking for a local full-service jeweler in Ankeny, visit Fiscus Jewelers at 1701 Southeast Delaware, Suite 250 in Ankeny. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Right around the corner. They can offer custom design, one-of-a-kind pieces that fit your budget. Besides special pieces like for Mother's Day, engagement and bridal rings. If you need something repaired, Noel can take care of you. Want to sell something or see what something's worth, he'll do an appraisal. Start your design at fiscusjewelers.com. They are open Monday through Saturday. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Take advantage of up to $6,000 in retail cash on an all-new 2026 QX60, or lease a QX60 autograph for as low as $799 with $39.99 down. Also, on this beautiful QX80, take advantage of up to $9,000 in retail cash, or 0% at 60 months on the QX80 Autograph or Sport. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit our showroom or online at willisinfinity.com.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vent, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Trav, your mic is muted.
Oh, there you go. I guess because I can hear myself, but I didn't hear that. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. As I was saying, Willis Automotive just isn't a place to buy a car. It's not just a place to get your car serviced, but it's a place to get your car cleaned. With Willis Automotive Detailing, shake off that winter grime and get your ride cleaned up and refreshed. Go to willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and leave your comments in the comments section. Call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on social media. Where would I be without you, Ross? I look down, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I got to push a button. Push a button. I've only been doing this for 40 years. You'd think I'd figure this stuff out after a while.
Those mute buttons get you every time.
You know, we had Blake Bolden on yesterday from the Drake Relays. Fun interview. And we could have gone an hour with Blake, but he wrote us afterwards, and he's like, hey, I didn't get to the stuff I really wanted to talk about because I talk forever. And I said, hey, what do you want us to promote? I'll be more than happy to promote it for you. Because, you know, we started going down track and field, NIL, how these meets, you know, will keep going. Do you have to start paying teams, individual athletes, all that? And he goes, hey, just to let you know, kind of the featured events this year at the Drake Relays, and I believe these are free, Ross. You don't even have to buy a ticket to go to Drake Stadium, will be the women's pole vault at Jordan Creek. You'll have the Katie Moon, who's the reigning world champion and 2021 Olympic champion, and Sandy Morris, the 2025 world silver medalist and a recent Drake Relays Hall of Famer, squaring off at Jordan Creek. So that'd be a huge one. That's free. And then the Grand Blue Mile, which is the U.S. Championship for the 10th consecutive year. For the first time, the event will serve as the sole selection event for Team USA and the World Road Running Championship. So the top 2 men, top 2 women will automatically be selected to represent the U.S. in Copenhagen, Denmark in September. So it's the most significant global championship in 2026. So that's how big the pole vault's a big deal.
Very cool.
And then the Grand Blue Mile, you're going to have serious competition because the winners there get to move on in the world competition. So, Blake, we wanted to get that in for you. You don't worry about talking a lot yesterday. There was very, very good information.
I thought it was great stuff yesterday. I loved it.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, Ross, I'm going to take you down a rabbit hole that I want to get your opinion on. And if AJ in Clear Lake is listening, call now, 515-517-2303. AJ in Clear Lake.
Oh, is this about the Clear Lake coach?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna read this whole thing.
Okay. Wow, you printed off the color version of it. Oh my gosh. You're gonna read the whole thing?
I think he lays out his case and then goes into what he's saying here. And Jeremy Ainley is the head boys basketball coach at Clear Lake. And he starts off the letter by saying this: 12 years ago, we started a mission to make Clear Lake basketball a premier program in the state. We built a culture based on hard work, accountability, and teamwork that resulted in success that had not previously been accomplished in school history. He goes through the history. In 12 years, Clear Lake has accomplished the following: 228-54 overall record. That's 81% winning percentage. Goes into the conference winning percentage, which is 87%. 9 conference titles in 12 years, 8 of the last 9, 3 state tournament berths, had 1 runner-up, 1 fourth-place finish, 7 21 seasons, 11 all-state players. He goes, all of this could not have been done without the trust of players, parents, and coaches, and buying into the goal of playing for more than one individual. Clear Lake basketball has become the true definition of the brotherhood. Records will be broken, coaches and players will change, but the true bond of what Clear Lake basketball has accomplished in that last 12 years can never be undone. The brotherhood will live on, and the championships will never be erased. Unfortunately, this is where it gets interesting. Unfortunately, our society is moving away from a team-first approach to a me-first approach. This is fueled in large by parents who are only concerned about their own child's playing time. Good coaches and programs hold players accountable and encourage each player to maximize their abilities and play their role on a team. Clear Lake basketball has established a culture of accountability that has led to success on the court and off the court. We have developed players that handle success with grace and respect and are better citizens because of it. As coaches, we need the support of administration. When parent sense of entitlement is allowed to prevail over accountability, we all lose. We have left the uniform in a better place than we found it, which is what a team-first approach looks like, and we can be proud of that. Coach Ainley. Did he resign as coach?
Travis, I don't know. I don't know. That letter doesn't say he resigned. It doesn't say he was fired. It doesn't say his contract. That doesn't give us any indication to answer that question. I saw somebody post in the comments that he. Oh, this is Brett. Brett said that Murph posted about it, and in the comments, somebody said that they decided not to renew his contract.
You look at that. Oh, that's bizarre to me. You have a hard enough time getting people to coach and teach. The record speaks for itself. And you don't renew it because he takes a shot at parents and he takes a shot at the administration. Meaning parents.
No, I don't. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Because what he says is, the parents are so bad, I need the administration to step in to help with entitled parents.
Yes.
I didn't hear that, Trav, as a shot at the administration. I didn't. When you read that,
see, that's the way I interpret it.
Okay.
Meaning that parents have gotten to the administration and the administration's not back. When you say we need the support of administration, to me, I read that, and this is, it's interesting. We're having this chat.
Yeah.
Because you heard something different. I'm like, okay, he obviously taking a shot at parents, but when you say, hey, we need the support of administration, that to
means
me
you
is,
didn't have the support of the administration.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
means that the administration, holy cow, what does that mean? Does that mean parents were reaching out to the administration and saying, my kid needs more playing time?
Yes.
Or my kid is not being treated fairly at practice?
Yes.
Man, I don't even know where to start with this, Trav. Like when you read that, for some reason I hadn't thought of it until you read it. You know what it kind of sounds like? Jamie Pollard's thing about the gymnastics. Remember how Jamie Pollard said over and over in like 3 times in his one press release about gymnastics? Yeah, when we're dealing with the athletes, the trainers, and the parents, when we're having problems, we try to get everybody together, but we don't include the parents. And we're, what a weird thing, man, that the parents. Travis, the same thing happened here in Central Iowa with a coach that's a Hall of Fame coach. And he stepped down, and most people thought it was just, it's the end of the line. This coach has done their duty, right? Well, I happened to have a relationship with that coach in my lifetime, and I thought, hey, I'm going to reach out to him and just say, good for you. Good job. You won, you finished the race, right? Retire and go off into the sunset. When I called the guy, he said, I didn't want to leave. Huh? The school you were at needed you. What do you mean you didn't want to leave? No, I didn't want to leave. I had to leave because the parents are running the roost. The parents were trying to tell me when we had the last game of the season, the parents were telling me who my starters were going to be the next year. The parents came to me and said, just so you know, next year, this person plays that position. And I'm guessing that coach had the same experience with his administration. Now that you're saying it that way, Travis, and you're laying it out, probably had that same sort of interaction with their administration to say, hey, man, I'm getting this pushback from these parents. And somebody said, oh, yeah, well, I don't want to deal with that parent, so that guy better be your quarterback then.
Question for you. When did this all...
That's a good question, Drew.
When did this really all start? Because Owen played sports in high school. I was not a parent that went up there and said, hey, my kid needs to be playing. I stayed off. Is it the money, Ross? When these parents start throwing thousands of dollars,
you nailed it, dude.
And they're like, we spent that money so when he got to high school or she got to high school, that they would be in a position to get their Division I scholarship or whatever it is. we didn't pay all this money to have them be a role player. We paid all this money to have them be a star. I got news for you, folks. When it comes to athleticism, leadership, teamwork, there's a lot that goes into it. And you start separating yourself at a certain age. You can be an 11-year-old all-star. Doesn't mean you're going to be a 16-year-old varsity letter winner.
Boom. And Travis, so I think you've just laid it out exactly right. The money that's involved with youth sports gets parents, they're invested in it, literally invested in it. And at some point, somebody convinces them when they're at a very young age, hey, you're investing in a college scholarship here. That's what you're actually doing. For some kids, that's true, Trav. We've got to be clear about this. For some kids in our community, by 10, 11, 12, they're separating themselves in a way that it's like, oh, you're elite. You're elite. I've seen athletes like that. I have friends with kids that are in that level. Here's the thing. Here's the weirdest part about that. The kids that are actually at that level, the elite, nationally recognized level, their parents are not like this at all. Not
they don't
at all.
have to be.
Well, and like, because their dad was a college football player. I'm thinking about a very specific guy. I don't think he'd mind me mentioning it. My buddy Adam Bentz. His daughter is one of the best high school softball. Wow, I screwed up a lot of stuff there. She's one of the best high school softball players in her age in the country. And you watch her play, and it's like, oh, it's completely different. It's completely different. I remember coaching against a young man here in Pleasant Hill when my nephew was who's now a 30-year-old detective for the Des Moines Police Department. He played with Malik Ziegler, who went on to be a professional baseball player. He went on to be in the Giants organization and the Twins organization for a couple of years. When that kid was 9, you knew it. When he was 9, we were watching him run on the field, and every adult there is going, holy cow, what's that? That's the exception.
And Brian Duack just sent us a text. Brian's kids are probably exceptions to the rule on the soccer field.
Amen. And then so you get this level that's crazy, and you go, oh my gosh. And then meet those parents. Brian Duax, his kid's playing professional soccer as a teenager. Does Brian take it too serious? No. Does he know what's at stake? Yeah. Bency played college football. He kind of gets it a little more. I'm not, but the problem, Travis, is parents get convinced that their kid is going to be a Division I athlete when they're 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, forgetting that in their own life, the guy that was best at 12 didn't play varsity sports. The guy that was sitting the end of the bench at 11 ended up being a starter by the end of his senior year. That is very rare now, Travis. Eli played on a team when he was like 10 and 11. They were really good. Dude, they played the same lineup for 2 straight years. You're not developing anybody. Most of those kids don't play baseball now. You didn't develop anything. You won a couple plastic rings for 11-year-olds. Way to go. And those parents, oh, man, did it matter. Oh,
mattered more to the parents than the kids.
Sundays when you showed up, dude, you could feel the burn. Oh, we got to win this game. If we're not the midsummer sizzle bronze bracket winners, then what good are we? What was this all for? Dude, you think I'm kidding?
No, I laugh because when you say the bronze summer sizzle bronze bracket, and what you're talking about, the bronze bracket, that's not the gold bracket. That's the bronze.
Teams that you went 0-2 on Saturday. That's what that means.
But we want your money, so we're going to find you more games.
Yes. You should not have been invited back on Sunday, but you're guaranteed 3, baby. It matters. So, and Travis, I think you nailed it. That the money that parents spend on it, and then these organizations, these youth groups, I don't think they're doing many favors either. They're making a lot of money. There's a few of them that are turning out a lot of college athletes, but at what cost? And what are we and what are you leaving behind by doing that? Who are the kids that get left in the dirt? Travis, baseball is becoming a rich kid sport,
which is probably the cheapest sport to play. I mean, you look. I mean, when it comes to soccer would be
cheaper, and it's just as expensive at that elite levels. Duax will tell you that. Baseball's a little bit more expensive. You got to have equipment. You got to rent. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more expensive to run. Travis, what do you think it costs to have a 12-year-old play on a really, I want to say really good, but I'm really like a mid-level travel baseball team? What do you think it costs?
How far are you traveling?
Not even outside of Central Iowa.
I would say mid-level travel baseball team, $2,500 a year. You're closer than I thought you were going to be. It's probably north of $3,000 now to play baseball. Essentially little league baseball. These kids get to lead off, and we're playing. And at the end of it, they get a plastic ring. You don't understand. So now let's take this back. Let's take this parent thing and apply it to the refereeing and umpiring shortage that we have. Because everybody we talk to, it's like, well, how come we can't get officials? Have you ever been to a youth game? You ever seen how parents treat a 16-year-old trying to call balls and strikes? Why? And it's such a weird thing to pin it on parents. I mean it because it's just hard. It's just hard to understand what that is. It's not all parents. Sometimes travel soccer, as we're learning, can be $4,000 a year plus uniform travel. Travis, a really good athlete on the south side of town who didn't come from the right family, that's $4,000? Well, I was watching the WNBA draft last night, right? And there was a girl, they're like, you just started playing basketball 6 years ago. Think about that. 6 years ago, meaning eventually the cream rises to the top. If you have the talent, regardless of your financial position,
no,
you're gonna. You don't think so?
No, you have no opportunity. No, a kid that's playing Little League is never going to get the eyeballs on him that a kid that is playing USSSA baseball is. This is part of what's happened with
in
college.
High school. You can get eyeballs on you. You don't have to be in the
Travis,
U-Trip.
but this is what's happening. So go back to the beginning of our conversation. A parent is now stepping in and saying, whoa. I've spent $3,000 a year for my kid to be a shortstop. Now you're telling me that the kid who lives on the wrong side of the tracks is going to come in and take his position? Who can I talk to? I'm going to call the administrators. And I'll tell them, hey, you guys know how I run the bake sale? You guys know how I'm the one that gets the concession stand up and going? Is my kid going to be the shortstop or not? That's a variation on the theme of what's happening here. Soccer, $4,000. Soccer is a poor kid's sport. You know what? The truth is, in most sports, the best athletes came from poor homes.
I would agree with you.
You don't have the opportunity to get the eyeballs in front of you. You don't have the people advocating for you. That kid whose mom and dad spent $3,000 a year for him to be the shortstop for the Sticks every year, Travis, he's not only got his parents calling the administrator and the coach, he's got all of his guys at his organization advocating for him. Hey, listen, I know that Billy didn't have the greatest tryout the other day, but you don't understand, man. This kid hit 473 in the summer sizzle.
You got to believe in him.
He hit 2 home runs in the bronze bracket. I don't think you guys know what you got sitting over there. And the coach says, yeah, here's the deal. You might be really good with 11 to 13. I'm really good with 16 to 18. And I'm telling you that this kid has matured and is faster and bigger and all of the things. than the kid that you might know his spin rate. Cool. You might know his exit velo. The kid that has the best athletic ability has never had his exit velo tested. He's never played in a hit tracks league. See what I'm saying? The money is in every sport at the youth level is dividing the world. And if you don't have the money, you're not on the inside. And if you're not on the inside, you don't get all of this stuff happening for you. That's what this coach is saying. What this coach is saying is, I don't even get to make the decisions anymore. Well, then how does that happen? How is it that it's a parent and an administrator that are at fault here? And this is how. You get parents that are so entitled because, damn it, they've invested. And how dare you? Who do you think you are as the head coach to make a decision like that that's going to affect my kid? He was going to be the starting shortstop in college. And the truth is, Mom, no, he wasn't, because he wasn't the starting shortstop at high school. But you got in the way. You forced out a Hall of Fame coach. And I'm not talking about Clear Lake here. I'm talking about the person I know who told me, I can't do this anymore. I've spent 30 years doing this, and I can't do it anymore because of people. It's not the kids. Over and over and over. Even Bill Fennelly. Remember when we talked to Bill Fennelly and I said, Coach, what's the thing that's changed the most in the last 30 years of you doing this? I thought it was a layup for him to go, it's the kids, man. They don't show up with the same. And what did he say? The kids are the exact same. It's the parents. The parents show up and say, well, I understand that you've got 30 years of doing this, but I watched my daughter score 43 points in 8th grade, and you should be running these plays. See, they ran a high post offense, and you're running a motion offense, and she really, if you would just do the pick and roll.
It's living vicariously through your children.
That's a part of it too, man. That's a part of it. And I tell you, dude, this is in every sport. Like, if you want to talk about a true merit-based thing, I can think of two. Where if you genuinely are dynamic at the sport, you can find the eyeballs are going to find you because there are open tournaments. Anybody can sign up. You don't have, there's no barrier for being a part of a club. You don't, because that's the thing. Even in baseball, if you're a great baseball player, you can't just show up on Saturday over at the Prairie Ridge Complex and go, hey, can I show everybody how fast I can throw and how hard I can hit a baseball? No, dude, you don't have the uniform. This isn't practice. We're here to play for plastic rings, not practice and get better. One, where you have to have a lot of money to get into it, is golf. If you're a good golfer, if you're a great golfer, there's nothing that's going to stand in your way. You can sign up for a tournament, and if you win that tournament, eyeballs will be on you. And you might even qualify for another tournament, and then eyeballs will be on you. And if you're a great golfer, there is no thing of like, man, my high school coach screwed me. He screwed me out of a run at the PGA. No, dude, pick up the sticks and go join the Iowa Open and play. And if you win, you're going to get a chance like that. It's a true merit-based thing there. The other one is wrestling. You can show up on a Saturday in Algona and say, all right, I've got my $20. Can you guys put me on the scale and see which bracket I'm in? And if I win that bracket, people are going to notice. Fake Bob Vanderplots, thank you. He put one in there I'd never thought of. Cross country. And you don't need you need a pair of shoes.
Well, I mean, what we're talking about here specifically are individual sports, because you could say tennis is the same way.
Yes,
you're talking about individual sports where you don't have to blend in with a team. Now, I still believe, you and I disagree on this, is that I still believe you can get a kid that doesn't play youth sports, gets to high school, gets on a team and they're just so much superior, you have no choice but to play them. I do believe that happens, but
you're right. But I'm saying to you, this thing happens. The reason we're having this conversation is because of a coach saying, "Hey, that doesn't matter anymore." And I'm telling you from a personal experience of a phone call I had with a friend who said, "Hey, man, it doesn't matter anymore." If I have a 16-year-old kid show up and he says, "Hey, I've never really played baseball before, but I'm lightning fast and I've got some quick twitch muscles. And it turns out I've got excellent hand-eye coordination." When that coach plays that kid, he gets pushback from the parents. Not just pushback from the parents, from the administration too, as the guy said in the letter. I don't get to be the coach of the team anymore. I'm just a facilitator. I'm just the guy who rolls the balls out. And then the parents tell the administrator what the starting lineup is going to be. Hell, they hand me the card. Because that one dad, he coached them when they were 11, and he's here to tell you. He's here to tell you. And I got bad news for you. Guess who the best one is? His kid.
You don't understand the amount of time we put in the gym, into the cage.
Yeah. Yeah. How many of those 11 and 12-year-old kids that you coached are still playing baseball? 3. Maybe you don't know what you think you know.
I have a good friend that's an athletic director, and I said, and she tells me all the time, dealing with the parents is the worst part of the job. But if you don't hold your line,
even when you try to hold your line now, you leave. You're fired. You run into the wall and you go, "I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game." And so they hire a coach that will. They hire a younger coach who
you want this
steps
opportunity,
in, when they do the job interview, they don't even tell him what the old guy was able to do. They say, "Here's the deal. We got a great group of seniors coming in this year. We got this one kid, he's your best pitcher. We got another kid, he's your 4-hitter. We got a third kid, he's your shortstop."
You know who's about to figure this out? Ashley Jones, as she goes to Ankeny. Can you imagine being a 25, 26-year-old
and she's a
first-year
tough
head coach?
She's a tough lady. She's a tough lady. She's going to – I didn't even think about that, Trav. That could be some
She had a parent that was pretty active.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Oof. That's good call. Good luck to her. I mean, honestly, it would be a really hard job. I think, Travis, this is why you see so many different coaches leaving.
This is not worth it to them anymore. All they want to do is coach, formulate a team.
I would say amen to what Flag said. From my experience, it was the parents that didn't play sports that were the worst. Yeah. It's the people that understand that it's a merit-based thing that get it. That when your kid isn't playing, you don't go to the coach and go, "Excuse me, why isn't my kid playing?" You go to your kid and you go, "Hey, why do you think you aren't playing?" And we got to get you in a different place to get a different opportunity because this guy is locked into an 11-year-old lineup being the 18-year-old lineup, then we'll do that. That's a big, I'm telling you, the youth sports thing, talk about something we should readdress.
515-517-2303. You heard from Gary Presnell earlier in the show. Don't forget, when you need a mortgage for your home, Gary is a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing residential homes for the past 25 years. Offers a wide variety of loans, and he's been the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker the last 8 years. Give him a call at 515-975-6767 today. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you, my dream job is no job in it. front row tickets to every show you near. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie you near.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles you near. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Mini Des Moines, and we have some exciting new offers going on this month. Right now, you can purchase an all-new 2026 Mini Countryman with up to $2,000 on that purchase and 0.9% at 48 months, or lease it as low as $369 a month with $4,200 down and leverage up to $2,500 towards it. For more information on these exciting offers and others on some of our other models in the lineup, visit your favorite Mini motoring advisor in our showroom or online at miniofdesmoines.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Hey guys, it's Zach here at Willis Infinity Service. Do you have a pollen allergy? Well, so does your car. Replace those clogged engine and cabin air filters with fresh new filters. During the month of April, you can get 20% off your new air filters and wiper blades during our fresh spring special. Schedule today at willisinfinity.com.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Urology Center of Iowa wants you to know that a vasectomy isn't what you think it is. Well, it's what you think it is, but it's not the painful experience you may think it is, because Urology Center of Iowa offers a no-scalpel procedure that's quick, straightforward, and performed by specialists who do it every single day. Visit iowauro.com, click schedule appointment. At Urology Center of Iowa, we see you. All right, what rabbit hole did you go down during the break?
No, I saw fake Bob Vanderplot's comments. You know, every day at 7:30 when the Body Armor commercial airs, again, Norm is a superstar, right? Whenever Gary Presnell's up there, Norm, Norm! Whenever the Body Armor commercials come on the YouTube chat, fake Bob Vanderplotz gives us a Body Armor commercial, a little voiceover. And today's was when your wife leaves you for a guy who runs a youth sports complex who says it's a state-of-the-art facility in bed. Crack open a Body Armor and realize you lost to a nonprofit with sportsmanship banners. It won't fix your marriage, win you a championship ring, and sure as hell won't put your life on the schedule, but it'll hydrate you while he books another 7-year-old volleyball tournament. Body Armor, because your ex-wife might be in the bedroom round robin with the training staff, but your electrolytes are still in rotation. They're gold, Jerry. If we're at the fair someday or we're at Bacon Fest, would you want to know who fake Bob Vanderplotz is, or is this a mystery that is better left?
Ooh, because I'm going to be at Bacon Fest this weekend.
Yeah,
and I think I would want to meet him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Though I may be disappointed. Like a lot of people are disappointed in me when they meet me, meaning they hear. When I'm in person, I can't do a show, right? I can't. Yeah. It's in the conversations we have that fuels my weird brain. I know some people who are excellent at writing their thoughts like this, but don't have the conversation skills. And it's like,
oh, that's a good point.
They're very good with the pen. They're like, they have this creative mind.
That's most writers. You're usually gifted with one of the two.
But yeah, I'd like to meet everybody. I know Captain Kirk's going to be at Bacon Fest this weekend.
Captain Kirk a couple times. I used to get a lot. Now that we're actually on, now that people can see us, I haven't had this happen. But I used to get all the time when people would be like, oh, God, the look of disappointment in people's faces, dude.
You don't look like you sound.
You go, you're Ross Peterson? I go, yeah.
Disappointing, I know.
They did all the time. Like, thought you'd be bigger. No. Oh, this is me. Sorry, man. I apologize for the way that this is.
You have nothing to apologize for.
That's good. That's good, Bob. Thank you. Thanks for brightening the day every day at 7:30. That's fun.
You know, I don't mean to harp on the youth sports thing, but I do have an honest question for you. Because you can get into a youth paid deal at like 7 years old, probably 5. When realistically should you start, if you want to me, that 11, 12, 13, if you're paying for youth baseball at 7, you're throwing your money away. You can find a little league to be a part of, pay a $100 fee, play 13, 14 games a year, have fun.
It's so funny, Trav. Do you know how many games a USSSA team will play?
In the summer, probably close to 100.
That might be a little high, but I mean, you're going to get in the 40 range real quick. Real quick, you're going to get into the 40. At 7, 8, 9, I had a lot of fun as a parent doing that stuff. I had a lot, not at 7, 8, 9. I don't remember when Eli started doing it, and we started trying to kind of stair step him into it, you know what I mean, and not dive into the $4,000 scam. And we did enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's fun. Eli had fun with it. That should be, your goal should be to have fun and have your kid enjoy the sport. And if your kid is good, Travis, the little league thing is not for them. It's not. It's not fun for a kid that can field a ground ball, pick it up, and throw it across the diamond to have a first baseman that can't catch the ball.
I would agree with you at a certain age. I don't think the kid knows that at 7.
Some
will.
I wouldn't want to paint it with a broad brush. Okay, I've seen very few. Again, the kids those kids I was talking about earlier, where there are kids you see at 7, 8, 9, and you go, whoa, whoa, that's different. And if that's the truth, if that's the case, then there should be something for that kid to be able to go and play against those other types of kids of that caliber. So I'm okay with it existing. I completely agree with your overall point that 95% of the people that do it are doing it for the wrong reason.
And let's be honest, and I can say
that's wrong. I shouldn't say the wrong reason. That's I don't want parents to, if you think it's the right thing to do, then do it. I would say that most people, it's not necessary. That's
what
I would say.
Where did youth sports explode? And I can tell you, it happened in Omaha, where I'm at, in baseball. It used to be you had 2 premier teams, the Gladiators and the Pacesetters. Those were the only 2. If you made one of those teams, you were one of the elite. Well, one parent got pissed that their kid didn't make a team, so he started his own team. And then the other parents went, oh, we can start our own teams? And then you start, well, we can charge these other parents. And so it was a trickle-down effect to where you weren't good enough here, you're good enough here. You weren't good enough there, now you're good enough here. And it was just creating opportunities when you weren't good enough to be part of the most elite anyway.
You're nailing it. You're nailing it, Travis. That's exactly how that started, how it got out of hand, how it gets to, you're nailing it. Perfect. And some of that is innocent. Some of that is just, man, my kid's not getting the opportunity. I want to give my kid the opportunity that I think he deserves. We bounced around with Eli, and the best thing that we ever did, the greatest thing for him as a human being, dude, was finding this group out of Bondurant and a group of adults that believed in Eli, that weren't his dad. It took other dudes. It took Chris Bigler and Justin Butler to step up and go, hey, Eli, you're really good. You're really good, man. You should do this. And then the kid's hitting home runs and starting on a high school team. It was like, oh, yeah, he just needed somebody else to tell it.
515-517-2303. Coach, who's it? Is this Coach Herson or somebody else?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Coach, what's up?
Yes, it is. Travis, I just want you to know that every time I've had the opportunity to meet you in person, I've never been disappointed.
Oh, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, but now, in all fairness, Owen's usually playing music when those opportunities happened, and I realize that, you're focused on what your kid's doing, so that is. You guys have your previous conversation was really good about parents and youth sports and all this stuff. And let's be honest, there are always a problem in team sports. They're typically not a problem in individual sports because it's up to the kid to do what the kid can do. Whereas in team sports, it's like, hey, coach isn't playing my kid and that type of thing or whatever. So I think that's definitely a dynamic. You guys had a great conversation with Blake Bolden yesterday. And I know I tried to chime in late, but it was right at the end of the show. And I don't want to point this out, but I'm going to just for a second. You guys know you're not on the radio. You're doing I wouldn't call it a podcast. You're doing a show. But if you want to go to 8:30, you can do it.
I can't. I gotta go to work.
Do it.
I can't either. The kid's got to go to school.
I get it. So no, you guys, once again, you're having a great conversation. That University of Kansas Relays came up, and obviously the talk about how they had a track around their football field, and then they moved it. And there's several reasons they moved it, but one of the most interesting things that it's kind of hard to wrap your brain around is when that track was built inside the football stadium. We were running in yards, not meters. So it was a 440-yard track, not a 400-meter track. Now, some people would be like, well, what's the difference? Well, my company has surfaced a lot of tracks where they do conversions. And basically, the easiest way to do it is pull one radius in, and at the radius point, you're pulling it in 3.83 feet. But by the time you get to the point of curve, it's back to zero or whatever. The guy that used to, because we surfaced the old one in the stadium, but the guy that used to stripe it, like you can stripe a 440-meter track to be a 400-meter track, but it's all mathematics and conversions and that type of thing.
It's too early for math.
You're confusing me, Coach.
Yeah,
You're confusing me.
Thanks for the call.
Keep going. No, what was your point?
Yeah, that's the question. What's the point?
When they moved it out to the other one, they went to a Class 1 facility.
Okay.
When they moved it to the other place. And the other place, Rock Chalk Park, if you will, it has a standalone soccer field. The soccer is not inside the track. It's outside. There's softballs out there. There are indoor and outdoor tennis facilities out there. It was a Class 1 facility, which is through World Athletics. And here's the thing that's also different in track, because a track is not like a football field or a basketball court. You can move lines anywhere you want to move them. Well, when you go from what they probably had, typical tracks have 42-inch lane lines. When you go to a World Athletics Class 1, Class 2, you have to have 48-inch lane lines, which means all the lines get shuffled around.
I'm all confused, dude. Your numbers, your math. I'm sorry. I love you. It's 7:50 in the morning, and I'm like, huh? Oh, huh?
Well, I'm just telling you that it's a unique business to be in, and I'm really proud to be in it.
All right,
we
Coach.
Can tell. We love it.
Maybe we'll see you this weekend.
He said, "Rock chalk, if you will." I won't. Do you know where rock chalk comes from?
It's the limestone.
I don't know the origin of that. No.
Nope, it's not the limestone. I'm looking at it right now. The origin, created by a chemistry professor, E.H.S. Bailey. The cheer was originally Rah Rah Jayhawk, but evolved to Rock Chalk Jayhawk by 1889.
Interesting. I only know Rock Chalk Park because that's where Owen lived his sophomore
And
year.
you were
in college.
told it had something to do with limestone?
Yeah, because of the chalkiness of the limestone. That
They've really tried to come up with something that makes more sense than we just screwed it up. We just screwed it up. They were saying one thing. We thought they said another thing. It's kind of an 1889 version of Let's Go Brandon.
Adam says, and we still don't know the purpose of this call.
Bensy, I was talking about you earlier. Don't know if you heard me, buddy.
Tim, what is he even talking about? Coach, we're having fun at your expense.
Coach, you can tell what he said there is very true. He's passionate about what he does. He loves what he does. Travis, it's really cool having him as a resource, isn't it? Because he does tell us some awesome inside information about things, and he knows about, a few years in advance, obviously, when they're planning things. So that's really cool. And you could tell that was like talking to a mechanic about a car. I mean, that's what you can tell he loves it. Blake, if you ever need repairs on the track, we know a dude.
It's interesting that he brings up facilities in Class 1. Now, I know that's college, but we were having a discussion yesterday about facilities. And let's use Des Moines Public Schools as an example.
Okay.
Do you think if Des Moines Public Schools, and I want an honest answer here, if Des Moines Public Schools were to have the same facilities as Waukee, as Johnston, as Southeast Polk, that would keep athletes in the district from going to those other schools?
No.
Either do I.
Has nothing to do with the facilities. Nothing. Very, very, very little to do with facilities. Now, this
trickles
is really
down to the
unpopular.
youth sport. It trickles down to the youth sports and the coaches that are.
Can I even give you a bigger word, dude? It's culture. It's culture. That's what it is. Why are Lincoln and Hoover so good at soccer? It must be their facilities. They must have the best soccer facilities. Why does Roosevelt have the best soccer team? It's got to be the facilities. Or is it the culture of the kids in the community? This is gonna shock everybody in the suburbs. Football doesn't matter to the Des Moines schools. Now, it might matter to some of the teachers, and it might matter to some of the coaches and the principals. I'm talking about the kids. Travis, when I went to that career fair down on the south side last year, I've told you this 2 years ago because I was still working for the sports station, and so I went down there with a bunch of KXNO stuff to hand out. I asked every kid in that elementary school, "What's your favorite sport?" It all come up. "You work for sports radio?" "Yeah." "Wow, that's awesome. What do you do?" "I talk about sports." "Oh, can we talk about sports?" "Yeah." "What's your favorite sport?" Travis, 95% of them, soccer. I said to the teacher, "Man, every kid says soccer is their favorite sport." She's like, "Oh, you should see recess. It's insane." It's insane. They never take a football out. They never play basketball. There's like 2 kids shooting baskets, and there's 85 kids on the soccer field playing soccer. It's culture. But here's what we will do because we're stupid Americans. Well, money will fix it. Here's what we need. We need to throw millions of dollars at a problem that doesn't even exist. Because what's the problem? Our football team isn't as good as we would want it to be.
I would agree with you. Culture is part of it, but culture also goes down to coaches. And just hear me out because I think this plays a part in it, is that I look at where I'm at, and the successful schools within the larger public school system have coaches that are recruiting because they're active in the AAU and they bring those kids to play for a coach. It's not, you don't play for, much like it is now in college, you don't go play for colors. You follow, if you're with a guy from age 12 and you like that and he trusts you, you're probably going to follow him. And open enrollment has hurt schools much more than anybody really wants to talk about.
And not to beat a dead horse, but what are they chasing there? What are they going to there? The right culture.
It's a culture that's been around forever.
And we're not talking about color of skin, by the way, because some people will hear that and think It's color.
You're talking
of skin.
Latinos playing soccer.
Yeah, that's what they hear when I say that.
Yeah.
No. This is what culture. This is what that is. That's why that's the word.
Can facilities create culture?
They can help with it. User K2B30. They can help with it. Yes, they can. Can the right coaches help build a culture? Yes. What's that word we keep saying that they're all trying to build towards? What do the facilities help you get to? What does the right coach help you get to? What does the right youth program help you get to? Culture. Sometimes it's what does the right population help you get to? What's the socioeconomic status of the people in your neighborhood? Culture. Bang, bang, bang. Parents, I just got a great text from a coach that should be in the Hall of Fame. And he says, parents equal culture. Bingo. Bingo. If you've got parents that are telling the coaches and the administrators who the starting shortstop should be, you got a bad culture. How good's the team going to be with a bad culture? Not very good. It doesn't matter who the shortstop is. It's the anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to.
No, you
soapboxer. That's what it is. It's what it always is. And that's why it's okay for things to evolve and change. It's okay that the city schools aren't very good at football, because if being good at high school football matters to you, there's opportunities for you. You can open enroll to Southeast Polk or Valley or Waukee or one of the. You can open enroll. You can't go to one of the Ankenees because they're too full. But you can open enroll, and you can find, if you're really good at wrestling and winning a state title that's your, guess where the culture is for that? You go to Southeast Polk.
And by the way, if you're really good, you can open a roll anywhere you want.
You said a word in there as you were talking about, oh man, these coaches that are really good, they're good at recruiting. And what are they recruiting when they go talk to those parents? What are they pitching?
Opportunity and culture.
Culture.
Now, are they making promises? I hope not.
Probably. And does it suck for the kids? Like, if you're a kid that grew up in Altoona and you were a part of the Ram Wrestling Club, right? And you've worked your butt off and you've been a part of the Ram Wrestling Club your whole life. And now all of a sudden you get to high school and they recruit a kid from Williamsburg to come down here and kick your ass and be a state champion. That's the culture. It sucks.
Interesting show today. Fun show. Flew by. You know, I didn't get to this, but we brought up Jamie Pollard yesterday. I went down a rabbit hole yesterday. He's on #1 on every Wisconsin list. We haven't heard anything from Jamie, but just keep an eye on that, because
boy,
it's the connection to Barry Alvarez that everybody said the first stop should be Jamie Pollard. After that, you can go somewhere else, but
leaving now ruins his legacy. Just telling you.
You're not wrong. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City. We can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City. All this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Spring is here and our inventory is blooming at Willis Chevrolet of Granger. With over 90 vehicles in stock, there's never been a better time to find your perfect Chevy. Right now, you can get supplier pricing on new Silverados, conquer the spring and summer without breaking the bank. We also have a large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles ready for your driveway. So shake off the winter at Willis Chevrolet in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.